Mm. Hi. How do I start this off? How do I put this, in fact? Guess I'll be blunt about it. I believe a drummer could use a lightsaber better than a swordsman. Now, you may be wondering why I'm saying this. Give me 1 second. Okay. This is a drumstick. Most normally held like this, but also can be held like this, or like this. It's really light, you know? You can do a lot of maneuvers with it. But just the weight of, there's not a whole lot of weight here. But there is weight enough for you to, like, do that. This is a sword. A foam sword, don't get me wrong. I don't actually own a sword, unfortunately. But yeah, ooh, shit. There's a lot of weight here. There is a lot of weight here, spread out. So like, I barely have to do any action, just, and let the weight fall. Now, what does this have to do with lightsabers exactly, other than the saber? Okay, I want you to think about it this way. Do I still have that, toy lightsaber? Nope, seems I got rid of it. Okay. Hold on 1 second. So imagine this is a lightsaber. I'd say this is pretty good, like probably a little thick, but for the most part, like, this is a lightsaber. All of this. The blade is plasma. Does it have weight? Yes. Is it a lot? Not very much. Meaning, the weight that you have to use to your advantage, this. Now, okay, I want you to think about this. A sword has a lot of weight at the end for a reason, because that means you do not have to put a lot of force into it. You can kind of just... That's a guaranteed pain. And putting even more force behind it, that's probably going to cut someone's hand off. Normally it's held like this, so actually it's more like you have to do that yourself. You have to do this yourself. You don't just have the luxury of letting the weight do its work, you have to put force behind it. Meaning, it takes more energy to use, like, your human energy, to use a lightsaber than just a regular sword. Now, is a lightsaber a more efficient killing tool? Yes. It's a stick of death. Like, a sword is made of metal, and, like, when sharpened enough, it can cut through a lot of stuff. A lightsaber is a laser that cuts through literally anything. Now, what does this have to do with drummers being better at it? They don't have a lot of weight to work with. Is it weight? Yeah, but not as much. Condense that down a little, and, well, you kind of have this, which you could hold like this, and then... Bam, whoop. And most of the time, drummers are holding it like this, not like this, so that, you know, they have a tighter grip, especially if they're like a metal drummer. So you have to bam, 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 like bam, 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 bam. So you still have to put force behind a drumstick, even for how much you rely on it, even for how much you rely on its weight for, like, soft things, like Like, hold on. This is toilet paper roll. I was pretty much just using weight. Now, putting more force behind it, you get a louder sound, which is usually what you want as a drummer. Therefore, you put more weight into using a drumstick most of the time than using a sword most of the time. Like I said, sometimes you can kind of just use the weight, and sometimes you can like put actual force into using a sword. But for the most part, using a drumstick is more like using a lightsaber than using a saber. Which in my mind is just hilarious. Wait, hold on. I want to see if I can balance this real quick. Oh, shit. Oh. Almost had it. So what's the point of this video? I don't know. It's like 1 a.m. for me, and I just had that random thought, and then like I guess I was trying to teach myself sword fighting, and then lightsabers came into my mind, and I was like, hold on. I just looked off to the side of the screen, and like it just says cream there instead of scream, and I hold on. No, I can't stop looking at it now. Okay. So, what is the moral of the story? A drummer has a better chance of becoming a Jedi than a swordsman. Which honestly makes sense because most drummers are nerds anyways, and most swordsmen are focused more on using a sword, probably. I don't know, I'm not a swordsman, so I wouldn't know. I did used to be a drummer, though, and I am a nerd, so... Also, I know that a lot of drummers are nerds. Well, I still have this pin on, that's weird. So yeah. So, basically, if you want to be a Jedi, learn how to use drumsticks and not a sword. You will have a better chance of using a lightsaber. Hold on. Yeah. Have a good one. Shit. Ow. My nipple.